Hey everyone, quick disclaimer, this video doesn't have much direction, so I'll say this. These are the things I'll be talking about and their order of when they come up. Hello, I'm back. Thank you for 3 years on YouTube, where I've been, some future ideas I have, all the negatives in my life recently, some of the positives in my life recently, the near future on my YouTube channel, and at the end, I'll be reacting to my first year on YouTube video from 2 years ago. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think by the end of the video. Hello everyone. It recently occurred to me that apparently I've been on YouTube, or maybe not been on, but apparently I've had my YouTube channel for 3 years now. I'll get into it a little bit more later, but the reason, like, how I figured out is I went onto my phone as I was scripting a video, which I haven't done any YouTube work in a while, so I guess this was pure coincidence. I went onto YouTube Studio on my phone, and it was a message that popped up that was like saying happy 3 years or whatever, happy 3 years on YouTube. So yeah, that's, I guess, how I figured out how I've been on YouTube for 3 years now, which is kind of insane. I mean, if anybody watching knows anything about me, there's been a lot of up and down with my YouTube journey. I also want to just say that I'm not like, I haven't made a script for this video. I'm just like freeballing it. Also, sorry that the webcam quality is kind of poor. I got a starter webcam from my friend. Thank you very much. Honestly, don't think the quality itself is too bad. It's just the lighting in my room. There's literally a lamp on my desk right here that's pointing at me, but it's still appearing kind of grainy. So yeah. Anyways, before I get into anything too crazy, I do have some talking points while I don't have a script. You know, talking points at least will help this video flow a little bit better. So firstly, hello, I am back, Illumity here, and yes, I am recording on my webcam. I'm trying to give less of a fuck about what my face looks like and like how it appears online. So just as I recorded my first webcam video 2 or 3 months ago, now I'm doing it again, and I was obsessing about like angles, lighting, yada yada yada. Fuck that, bro. I mean, I did put on a whole fit for this video as well, not I guess for this video, but only just because I wasn't really wearing much earlier. I just had a tank top on. Fuck with the fit. Can't really see it, but it's like this brown boxy shirt and like black baggy jeans, whatever. I think it's been like 3 months of no uploads, which I feel fucking terrible about. I'm gonna get into like why I've been gone a little bit later, but yeah, because this is 3 years on YouTube, I just want to say firstly, thank you so much for keeping this channel afloat for 3 years. I mean, I probably would have quit YouTube such a long time ago if so many people didn't come out and like support my videos. It's a really low chance that those people even watch my videos anymore, but in the moment, that support is what pushed me to make it to this point. It feels kind of disingenuous saying that because I haven't been like, I don't know, I haven't been creating for so many months. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for 3 years on YouTube. Second year was great until the end. This would be my third year. We'll get into that a little bit more later, but yeah, just thank you for 3 years on YouTube. It has been probably some of the best and worst parts of my life for some mundane reasons. I guess I'll say it right now. I mean, some of the best because I've always dreamed of being like a YouTuber and stuff, and even with 4K subs, I've full well experience what it's like to be a YouTuber day in and day out. It's awesome. And then it's also been some of the worst points of my life just because, I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty lucky person. Nothing too catastrophic has happened in my life, and I'm not trying to jinx myself, obviously, but nothing too catastrophic has happened in my life so far. Some of the low points that YouTube brought me to have been some of the worst things in my life, such as being overworked or being in a fucking cycle of just mindless, like, producing content over and over and over. I talked about it a lot in my face reveal video, but yeah. So I want to talk about where I've been, I guess. This is like hardly even 3 years on YouTube celebratory, whatever. It's more of just like where I've been recently and stuff like that. But I promise at the end there's gonna be some stuff. So where I've been for the past like 3 months or so. First, we want to talk about school. I'm a senior in high school. I actually just turned 18, and my senior year has not been very difficult. I don't know. I started YouTube in my sophomore year of high school and continued and flourished in my junior year, which is kind of weird because, you know, most people think that sophomore and junior year are the hardest years of high school. So props to the past me for maintaining that like grind set of just doing YouTube day in and day out while also doing fucking algebra too. But yeah, my senior year hasn't even been that hard, and I don't know. It's kept me from doing YouTube. Not that school has entirely kept me from doing YouTube, it's just, you know, certain aspects of it. But yeah, just wanted to say I have been having school. Another thing I want to talk about is my sleep schedule. It's fucking terrible. I mean, if you know me, Like, if you've watched my channel for a somewhat extensive period of time, you probably know that I have a terrible sleep schedule. You can see it in the bags under my eyes. I don't know if you really can right now, but that is actually a big part of why I haven't been uploading that much. You know, fucking going to bed at 2 in the morning, waking up at, I don't know, 5:30, getting home from school at like 3:40 or whatever, taking a nap from like 4:30 to 7, like, I don't know. Don't be like me. So that's been a lot of the reason why, not even like my sleep schedule, like, oh, my sleep schedule's so bad that I can't do YouTube. It's more like I spend so much time doing useless stuff throughout the day, like taking a nap at like 4:30, that I don't have time to do YouTube anymore because I'm such a lazy fuck that I can't fix my sleep schedule. And I know it sounds like I'm beating myself up over it, but this has been a persisting problem since like 8th grade. So you'd figure that, you know, somebody would have fixed it by now, especially if it's something as important as sleep. But I guess this somebody, or I guess me, I don't know why I tried to make it sound like philosophical, has not fixed it by now. Next thing I want to talk about is motivation. My motivation for YouTube has been at like an all-time low recently, which is kind of crazy because I think in my video where I did my face reveal, I talked about it being at an all-time high. That was the same video where I was talking about quitting doing only zombies content and moving on to variety. So it's kind of crazy that parallel that exists where I was at an all-time high and now I'm at an all-time low. I don't know. Every time I think about YouTube recently, it's just been, man, when am I going to come back? When am I going to fucking explain to my viewers like why I've been gone for so long? When am I finally going to release this video that I'll talk about soon? And I don't know. I feel like I should have given myself a proper break from YouTube. And now you might be wondering, like, oh, 3 months isn't a fucking proper break from YouTube? And yeah, no, I agree with you. 3 months is a long time. But what I mean by that is rather than taking 3 months off of YouTube, as like in the sense that I did where I just didn't post for 3 months, I should have made it a point that, okay, starting January 1st, I'm not going to do anything YouTube related until February 1st. So I don't have to keep it in my mind and feel guilty about not doing anything on YouTube. It can just, you know, it can just be there as like an actual break that I take, and then when I come back strong. Whereas in comparison, what I've been doing is I've been working on the same video, a really long video, albeit, I mean, for the past like 3 months nearly, and it's just been a long cycle of, man, I don't feel like doing this today, or man, the video's so long and I'm only like 20% done, and also just feeling guilt of not taking an actual scheduled break. So I can technically break whenever I want, but then I feel guilty about fucking not doing any work. And it's just this endless cycle of wishing I had the motivation and discipline to keep on doing work on YouTube, but not having it at the same time because I still feel burnt out. I still feel just kind of like shit. I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I don't know. Hopefully you guys understood what I meant by that. So let's talk about this video that I'm talking about though. This is another reason why I've been feeling guilty over the past few months. Like 2 months ago at this point, maybe 3, I made a post saying that I was going to release a really big video on me 100%ing a game. It was going to be the first of its kind on my channel, and that's the kind of content that I want to do in the future, where I just play a game and I like 100% it, show off the entire story and whatnot. I'd begun working on this video and I said, oh yeah, it'll be out by this Friday. That Friday came, it was not out. I made a post saying, sorry, it'll be out by next Friday. That next Friday came and it was not out. After I think a third post, I said, okay, no more promises. It'll be out whenever. I don't know, man. I feel so uncertain right now. I don't know. That's kind of where I let myself go, I guess. At least back when I was saying it'll be out on X Friday, I had a goal to push towards. But then I made that last post where I said, I don't know when it'll be out. It'll just be out. I kind of let myself go. I no longer had a standard for myself. I didn't have a deadline, which in a sense is what I needed. Because like I said, I just needed a break. But at the same time, that's what causes laziness to build up, is not having a deadline, not having something to push towards. So ever since then, I've been, holy shit, I don't even know. I think the last time I worked on this video, aside from today, which is, that's actually how I figured out it was my 3rd year on YouTube yesterday. So the last time I had worked on this video, besides today, was probably, I don't even know, probably like February 11th or something. This video is probably going to come out on the 15th of March. But yeah, that's over a month ago from now, and I've just been sitting in guilt, like, why am I not uploading? Why am I not fucking working on the video, bro? But at the same time, like I was saying, those thoughts come up where it's just like, oh yeah, the video's so long, why even like want to work on it? It's just gonna be so fucking long, so what's the point of even trying to work on it? It's like learned helplessness, kind of. You perceive yourself to be in a situation that you have no control over, so you just give up. Even though I know I can get this video out, it's just like, man, I have no motivation to do so. But yeah, I'm still working on this video. technically, I guess. I randomly decided today that I would finally start working on it again. So I've been scripting for like the past 2 hours or so. And I don't know what compelled me to go onto YouTube Studio on my phone, but I did. And that's how I found out it had been my 3rd year on YouTube as of yesterday. Maybe the world is trying to tell me something. Second to last thing I want to talk about as of like quote unquote where I've been. This one's positive. I've had some crazy ideas over the past 3 months of being absent on YouTube. I still am very ambitious. I still want to be a YouTuber, even though it may not seem like it, even though I may have lost support from a bunch of my long-standing fans. Who even knows who's going to see this video? I don't fucking know, dude. But yeah, I've still had some crazy ideas. Soon I'm going to make an Instagram where I'm going to post some cool content like vlogs and stuff, but one thing in specific that I'm going to do soon, probably maybe even tomorrow, I'll start recording it because I'm going to go bouldering tomorrow with my friends, and I'm going to record that experience because I'm getting a membership at said bouldering gym. I'm just going to record every time I go. I have the Meta Ray-Ban glasses and I don't use them nearly as much as I should because they were expensive. I have these and I think it's going to be a really cool thing to just vlog. So that'll probably go out on an Instagram account like under the same name, and maybe even my YouTube, I don't know. But yeah, ideas like that. I've had ideas for games. I've also been working on another video technically with my friend that's it's about anime, so I don't know if you guys are going to be interested in that, but I'm also going to be making a new channel. Like I said in one of the posts that I was talking about earlier, depending on a few circumstances, that channel will either continue existing or stop existing shortly after its creation. So I'll leave it up to interpretation for what that means, but yeah, just know that. The last thing I want to talk about for where I've been the past 3 months is just like life has just been feeling like on fucking autopilot recently, especially coming off of doing mindless stuff on YouTube every day. And then that cycle like finally breaks. I don't know. It's kind of like that saying where people enjoy the grind more than the reward. Like if you've been working your whole life to live in a condo in New York or whatever at like some really tall building, been grinding towards that for like the past 10 years or whatnot, then you finally make it to that point. It's like they'll end up saying they enjoyed the grind more than the actual like New York apartment. Not saying that I enjoyed that mindless cycle that I was putting myself through. Almost like I kind of just lost myself after that. Oh, after that cycle was over. But yeah, ever since I stopped making the zombies content, I have had complete free reign over what I do. There's no longer been an upload schedule. That's another point where I think I went wrong. And I've just been left here to like wander. I guess YouTube was, I don't know, I'm not trying to like sound corny or whatever, but YouTube like was kind of a lot of my personality. And then, you know, I lost it. I stopped doing shit. And then since then, I've just been fucking mindlessly wandering around life, I guess. Been through a lot of tough times. I don't know. There was one week where, probably the worst week in my life, where I just slowly realized that everything that I like and everything that I enjoy, I kind of just suck at. Not saying that you have to be good at something to enjoy it, but the personal realization of something like that, it sucks. Everybody wants to be good at something, but if you're not good at something that you like, that kind of sucks because who wants to be bad at something on purpose? So yeah, there was this one weekend, I just, like all my favorite hobbies, I just realized, holy shit, I like suck at these. So there was that. I have like minimal social life, bro. I don't know. I've just been feeling really non-present in the world recently. School was getting a little bit busier around that time too. I was at like an all-time low mentally because of some shit that I did that I heavily regret. And yeah, just a bunch of negative stuff. And I don't know. Since before that point, like around that point before and after, and even until now, I don't know. Just been kind of on autopilot, you know, going through the motions of life until I gotta go to college and shit like that. It's almost like the challenge that YouTube gave me actually gave me a good and better reason to apply myself and want to do things. My sleep schedule's just as fucked up as before. My ideas are at the same level as they were before. It's just not having that hard work every day of coming home and doing YouTube as well as doing school. Sports, last year I played volleyball while doing YouTube and shit like that. Not having YouTube just made my entire life fall apart, I guess. Not to say that my life is going horrible, just mentally I've just not been there recently. I didn't want to make a script for this video because it feels more like real to just be talking in live time. And I'm actually really nervous. Like my heart's been beating very fast while recording this whole video. This isn't shit that I want to talk about, like, I don't know, obviously. But originally, these talking points that I had on my phone were for a I'm finally back video that I was going to record like a month ago. And obviously it never came out. That's why a lot of this video kind of just seems like the where I've been aspect to the video rather than the let's go 3 years on YouTube like type of video. It's because these points are like recycled. But with the fact that I started working on the video again today and that it was my 3rd anniversary on YouTube yesterday, it just felt like too perfect of a time to pass this opportunity. Like I was about to get on the game with my friend, but I was like, you know what, I low-key need to put this video out, so give me a sec and we'll do it, like we'll hop on in a bit. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, I just want to talk about some other stuff within my life. I guess these ones are all positive. So firstly, fitness. Like I said, I've been kind of getting into bouldering. I've went 2 times, so getting into it is kind of a bad like way to put it. But I did have fun those 2 times that I went, and tomorrow I'm gonna go again and end up buying a membership so that I can go multiple times now, like throughout 1 week. But I mean, bouldering aside, I've just been trying to work out more, you know, cut down more. It was my birthday weekend last week. I turned 18, like I said, so I gained a bunch of weight. I was like 7 pounds over my maintenance, but you know, we're back dieting now, and I've just been like, I don't know, trying to work out more. I've been doing a shit ton of pull-ups as well, just because I love pull-ups. They're so much fun for some reason. So yeah, I guess that part's pretty short, but the next thing I want to talk about is faith, as in like my relationship with Jesus. Now, I'm sorry if I'm getting like religious to people, like, I don't know, maybe you're an atheist or of a different religion, or maybe you just don't want to hear about Christianity. So I was born Catholic, and I was like pretty much not like raised in the Catholic Church, but I lived my entire life up till I was like 16, or yeah, maybe it was closer to like 14, so like the end of 8th grade, or 13, sorry. I lived my entire life up till that point. I didn't understand what any of it meant. I mean, I was kind of just going to church and being there. I didn't really understand any of it. So my relationship with God has never been that great. And then once I made it to high school, my mom no longer made me like, or I say like made me, but yeah, she no longer like strictly wanted me to go to church every week. So I stopped going, and I don't know. Ever since like 9th grade, my life has just been going down like a negative spiral. I think it was at its worst in my junior year. At the beginning of this year, I started to try and turn back to Christ, and I have a more positive outlook on a lot of things, and I haven't had the same revelation as a lot of other Christians do when they say, oh, Jesus found me at the perfect moment. But I have been noticing that I'm just starting to enjoy myself, my relationship with others, and myself, and just my life in general more as I've started to rebuild my relationship with Christ. You know, praying more, starting to go to church again, reading the Bible. I was in a dark time, like at the end of last year, beginning of this year, and I don't know. I guess Jesus helped me through it. Next thing that's on this list, weirdly enough, I don't know why I put this here, but it says no enemies. Like some Vinland Saga shit. I guess what I meant by that though is I just wanted to stop blindly judging and hating people. I want to be able to move forward with my life and not judge people who I know nothing about. And I just want to be able to be friendly, kind, and you know, loving towards everybody. And I want to reflect this in my YouTube someday. Like if I were to ever get big on YouTube and start doing IRL content, or just start doing IRL content in general, I want to be able to like spread kindness and stuff. That sounds very nice to me. I mean, who doesn't like being treated kind? So I want to be able to like reciprocate that through my channel. I guess that's all I really had to say though. I want to be peaceful with everyone, with anything, not have any people to be like, oh man, I wish I didn't like have to see him today. So now I want to talk about the near future on YouTube. I already talked about it a lot earlier in this video. Video on one shot, like 100%. It'll come out someday. I don't know. At this point, there's going to be some other videos that come out before it, like this one, or like maybe some of those bouldering vlogs that I was talking about. That new channel that's going to be made might be demolished. And I just want to reiterate that I still want to be a YouTuber. I'm still going to try and be a YouTuber. I have a lot of ideas. My motivation is really high some days and then really low other days, but I just need to be able to fucking push through it. And the last thing that I want to talk about is I need to stop limiting myself. I need to stop thinking that things are impossible or things are out of my control, and I just need to be able to fucking do it. You know, an example that I've been talking about this whole video is YouTube. I need to stop thinking, oh wait, what if my viewers don't like this? No, fuck that. I literally made an entire video on how I would start uploading what I want, what I think would be entertaining, and like what I would enjoy uploading, rather than just, you know, feeding the algorithm. Not to say I don't care about my fans, obviously. Like, that's not the point I'm trying to make, but I need to stop thinking like, oh, what if the video doesn't do well? Or, oh, what if my viewers want to see more of this and not like this new stuff? No, I just need to fucking stop doing that. I guess that's the main point I wanted to say with not limiting myself, was YouTube. But that aside, every aspect of life, if I have a goal, I need to stop thinking about the process and just think of the goal itself. Like, I still want to be a YouTuber, but oh, this video is so long. It's been such an arduous process to make it. Yeah, fuck that. I need to just think about when the video is going to be out, how good it's going to do, manifest that fucking positive reality, and just stop caring so much. Like, there's certain aspects in life that I should care, obviously, but shit like what I'm going to upload on YouTube and how long it's going to take, no, fuck that. I just need to work hard, believe in what I do, make sure I put everything into the content, try and improve, be better than yesterday, and then just go from there. I still believe that I'll make it on YouTube. But I guess that's the last thing I had to say in terms of my talking points. So now the last thing I want to do is react to my year on YouTube video that I made. Ooh, let's see. On the 15th of March, 2024. So I guess at this point, it's technically almost 2 years away, like one day from being two years away. But yeah, I'm just going to watch through this real quick. And, you know, I don't know. If you want to see the video yourself, maybe I'll put it in the description or whatever. But I'm going to watch through it by myself. And if there's any points that I want to talk about, then I'll bring it up in this video because there's definitely going to be some.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of stuff since then. I've seen a lot of things with YouTube. Obviously, I'm not going to try and get into my personal life because this is a faceless channel, of course. And yeah, we're just going to...
I kind of want to talk about that. I don't want to get into my personal life because of faceless shit. Yeah, even before I face revealed, I like had started talking about a lot of personal stuff. So I guess I contradicted what I said back here. I don't know what happened, and this would have been the end of my sophomore year. So I guess a lot of stuff happened in my junior year. Yeah, also sorry the quality of this is like I was recording on like a fucking junk box back then.
It doesn't matter how long you've been viewing my content. I'm just grateful that all of you guys, whether subscribed or not, you guys chose to click on this video just to...
So now it's kind of like the opposite. I probably have, I don't know, say this video gets 100 views, probably 10 of them are my subscribers, while like the other 90 are just like, oh, who's this random ass dude? And that's completely my fault. I mean, nobody has been hopping on the illumity train recently because I haven't been uploading shit.
We all shared a childhood goal of becoming a YouTuber one day. Some people aren't able to capitalize on that due to not having the right equipment or, you know, just other things. But luckily for me, it was the right place at the right time. After so many years of putting it off, I had already gotten my PC. I had made several YouTube channels and I just became lazy and only made a video or two on each channel. Then I would end up deleting it because I didn't like the channel and I would just get too lazy to maintain a consistent uploading schedule.
That seems all too realistic at the point that I am right now. That like cycle that I have or had of just like making new channels, making like one video on it and then being too lazy to, you know, keep making videos and not seeing any results, becoming disappointed, then deleting the channel. Not saying I'm going to delete my channel, just, you know, I don't know, there's parallels.
One box challenge on town, but I start on round 20, I think.
Oh, dude, I've not thought about that in a while. This is my first big video. Got like over 1,000 views in like a week or so, and I was like, holy shit. That was the video that kept this channel alive. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even though I was only a few months into YouTube at that point, I had felt so burnt out. And then this video came in and did well. I gained like 5 new constant viewers, and it was just pure bliss, bro. That kept me going for a while. What was that, bro? This is a clip from one of my first ever videos. The audio is boosted by 30 decibels. I was quiet as fuck back then.
Dude, my name is Velvet SDN. Today,
what is going on, my fellow Neapolitan ice cream enthusiasts? It's your boy Illumity here. Yes, bro. Like every time I look back on that town video, I said like I used to do these intros where I'd be like, what is going on, my fellow yada 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 enjoyers, enthusiasts, and then I pronounced enthusiasts as enthusiasts. I still not like regret that, but I still like think about that sometimes. What the fuck?
Yo, what's good?
But also in this clip, oh my gosh, dude, there's literally zero emotion in my voice. I know I already have like a pretty deep monotone voice, but there's literally no emotion in my voice.
So what I told my friend Will is if there's anything that has to come from this video, all I want is that my videos after the one box video just get at least 100 views. And for a couple videos they did until they didn't. So it was at that point where I started getting
that's kind of like what releasing variety content has been like. I think I've only done like 2 videos since I did the whole variety content switch up, but you know, I knew that switching from zombies, which was already failing on my channel at that point, to unrelated content would tank my views by a lot. And yeah, I guess I mean, I was ready for it, but it hit me harder than I guess I expected. That's another thing that got me demotivated was, oh, my average zombies video would probably have like 1.3k views by now, but like, man, this video only has 240. Like, I don't know, it's just demotivating. Makes me want to go back to zombies almost. Like, that was one of the original talking points I was gonna have for this video. I was going to be playing zombies while talking in this video, no face cam. And I was going to say, you know, it's ironic that I'm making this video like about coming back to YouTube after like 2 months, but I'm also playing zombies, which is like what I stopped doing. Obviously, this is now the 3 years on YouTube video. But yeah, that's just kind of, I guess, been what's happening. Like that learned helplessness. Oh, if I'm not going to get any views, then like, why even put all this hard work into making this video if it's just, you know, not gonna reciprocate at all? And like I've said many times when making this exact point, it's not like views are everything, but if you're gonna put in, gosh, at this point I've probably put in like 40 hours at least into making this video, like at least more than that actually, then you know it feels good to get stuff in return.
Wow,
Wow,
doesn't want to
okay.
help me. So
Listen to
once
this.
again, I get lazy because I am stuck in this cycle of no rewards equal I don't want to do things to actually further my fucking content. And
Yeah, so that's that cycle of fucking demotivation. That's what kills a lot of small YouTube channels as well. Like a lot of people who I've noticed, or not, I guess not noticed, but a lot of people who I've been friends with who've been like, oh yeah, I want to start a YouTube channel. And this is probably around when I was like anywhere from 1 to 2,500 subs. They'd be like, oh yeah, I want to start a YouTube channel. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, bro. If their videos don't do well, and like this happened to me as well, so it's not like I'm just, you know, talking shit about people that I know. If their videos wouldn't do well, they'd get really demotivated really fast. And that's like the initial barrier you have to break when starting a channel. It was different for me at that point because, like I said, I was already, you know, circa 2,000 subs. So I had known the cycle of not getting any views, getting a shit ton of views, not getting any money, getting paid by YouTube, you know, all that stuff. It's just that initial barrier that I had to cross of actually seeing real success on YouTube that keeps you wanting to do stuff. But sometimes the cycle just gets so fucking bad and tedious that it leads to moments like these where I oh my gosh, not even moments like these because this is the worst moment on YouTube I've had where I take a 3 month not even a break, just being lazy and shit.
you know what? Let's make some top fives because that gets a lot
Oh,
of
the top
views.
fives,
So
dude.
for a month or
The
two,
top 5 arc. Oh my gosh. That brought in some views.
trust me, you just gotta keep on grinding. And to be honest, there are YouTubers who have posted only a couple videos who have gotten to 1K subs, and then there are YouTubers who have posted hundreds of videos who are still only at like 100 subs. And speaking from somebody who's right, I'd say in the middle ground, if not, I'd say I'm even lucky to be where I am after a year. Just don't give up. It'll get better, and just keep pouring your everything into your content, and eventually it'll pay off. Even though
Dude, like, I was low-key spitting back then. I mean, sometimes you realize that the past you actually has some good advice for the current you. Like what I was saying back then, I guess, is what I needed like 3 months ago. And obviously, it's not very hard to just think, oh yeah, if I don't give up, then things will get better. Hearing it from somebody very personal to you, such as yourself, saying it, that has a new level of ethos and authority. At the point in my life that I was at like 3 months ago, and I guess until now, I don't feel like shit has been happening on YouTube like successfully. But back then, a year ago, or 2 years ago, I mean, I had that authority of, I guess, being successful on YouTube. And I could have told myself now, like, yeah, just don't give up, keep on going, trust me, bro. I don't know. It's almost like I should have watched this video sooner. Here's something that I haven't even heard this yet, but I wanna hear it in live time and react in live time.
of this channel, no zombies pun intended. Hopefully by 2 years we'll have gone to even higher heights and reached goals that I didn't even dream of. So if you like what you're seeing here, if you want to help me become the YouTuber that I want to be, then hit that subscribe, comment what your favorite video is, comment your favorite illumity moment. I don't know, just
Wow, dude, that's insane. Because I think 2 years ago, or I guess 1 year ago at this point, I did reach those high heights that I didn't really imagine myself reaching. Honestly, when I started YouTube, I thought the path to being a really big YouTuber was very linear and that it would take very long. You know, I saw myself going up incrementally from like, let's say 2024 at like 1,500 subs to 2025 where I'd be at like maybe 2,000. But I don't know, when progress starts, it starts and it kind of booms really fast on YouTube. If you have that moment of success, your growth will be a lot faster than you imagined. So I got to that point of being at 600 subs to being at a point I'd never imagined myself at, like 2.5 to 3,000 subs in a relatively short amount of time. So I did what I wanted. I mean, I achieved the goal that I wanted in this video, and it just kind of fucking sucks because I took it all for granted. Like, I'm asking, oh, make sure to like, sub, comment. I asked for all this stuff, and like, you know, eventually I did blow up. And I'm not saying that it's, you know, entirely my viewers or the algorithms like influence that made me blow up. Like, yeah, my hard work still exists and stuff, but I don't know. I guess I took it all for granted because the past me would have been fucking spitting on the current me if I saw myself go 3 months without doing anything on YouTube. The fuck?
Ugh, that took a while to fucking edit. Not because it was super long, it was only like 27 minutes of footage, but just because I kept rambling about the same shit. So, yeah, like I said in the beginning.
You know what's crazy is this video that I'm like recording right now is it's gonna be an hour long, and it's probably gonna take me like a third of the time that it took to edit this video. I became so efficient at editing. If one good thing came from the mindless cycle of the same content over and over again, it's that I became very, 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 very good at just making simple cut edits, which kind of sucks now because I've voiced my opinions on how I'm gonna like put a lot more effort into my editing. But you know, at least I got that experience. Like, I can edit simple cut videos like this one very, very fast now. Well, that was my 1 year on YouTube video. And I guess also the end, it's going to be the end of my 3 years on YouTube video. It was interesting to watch that. The parallels, like I was mentioning, the fucking advice that I wish I would have known that I said. Like, I wish I could have realized sooner that the past me was like cheering on the current me. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say in this video. I'm gonna like try and not keep it short, but I'm gonna try and keep it simple and just say like, put your thoughts in the comments. Like, I can guarantee at this point that my YouTube will see some uploads in, you know, not too crazy amounts of time. That one shot video, it like definitely should be out. Like, not even saying that to like reassure you guys. I'm saying that to like almost lock myself into like this deadline. It definitely should be out by the end of March because I just got on spring break, meaning I have like 2.5 weeks off for free with no school and not much shit to worry about. So hopefully that John comes out soon. And then after that video comes out, I can finally start focusing on doing other things. I think I took on way too ambitious of a project as one of my, you know, first videos since switching to variety. So that is my fault. And I'm not like dissing the video at all or the game. It was fucking amazing, dude. It was so good. But yeah, I'm just saying like now that that video will be over, I can actually focus on making other videos without feeling bad that there's this like really big video that I'm not working on at all. That's just in the bank waiting to be produced. So yeah, I don't know much else to say, but if you made it to the end, thank you so much. Please leave your opinions and thoughts in the comments and questions, whatever. And I love y'all. Thank you for supporting me for 3 years. I was trying to think of one last thing to say, but I can't. Oh my gosh, I don't even know the last time I said this shit, but yeah, thank you all for watching, and as always, peace.